guys, I wanted to share today a quick and easy height chart DIY tutorial. I made one for my oldest daughter Jaden a couple years ago, and now I wanted to make kind of a matching one for my baby Emmy. And so I thought it would be a great opportunity to share how I made mine, and maybe you guys can learn something from it. What I started with is a 1x8 select pine board. It's 6 feet long, and we got ours at Home Depot. I think there were 15 something each. It wasn't too horribly expensive. I didn't want to go with the cheapest wood. I wanted to go with something that was, nicer, smoother, and not as rough around the edges. And we got the stain also at Home Depot, and it's Minwax stain in the color Jacobine. And I didn't want it to be super dark, so I tried to wipe off as much as I could, but it still came out kind of dark, but they match, so that's all that matters to me. And what you want to do is tape a measuring tape on the board itself. You can use painter's tape or scotch tape or something. Just you want to make sure that it doesn't move at all. Otherwise your lines will be completely messed up. And what I've done here is lined both boards together because I wanted to make sure that not only, was it straight, because I wanted them to match and make sure that they were the same. So what I did here was I took a straight edge ruler that was long enough to be a straight edge on Emmy's board, but also line up so I could see that the lines were matching up, not only with the measuring tape, but with Jaden's board. And what I've done is just, go through inch by inch, making a line. And I tried to write out here, every inch gets a line. The first 2 lines are just 1 inch long. The third line is 2 inches long, and at every foot, it's a 3-inch long line. So it's set up the same as a ruler. And then don't worry about the numbers. I used my Silhouette to cut out vinyl numbers, but if you don't have one, then you can go ahead and freehand your own, or you can buy the numbers at Home Depot sells them. They're for your house, house numbers. You can screw those on there if you want to. You can stencil some on there. There's plenty of different ways to put numbers on, but this part is the most tedious. So you want to do that down the entire line of the ruler. And when you first start though, you need to remember how high you're going to mount this on the wall. If you're going to have it straight on the floor, then you can start at 0, it would be, but ours are going to be hung up 5 inches, so that way it clears the trim. So that's where I wanted to start that's where I started my ruler. And so mine, the way that it lays out on the board will probably be a little bit different than how you're going to do it, unless you start at the same point I did. So here I am, I'm just marking down all the lines. Like I said, this is the most tedious part. And sorry, I had to keep moving the camera around. So finally, all the lines are done. And here I'm cutting to the Silhouette Studio on my computer. And what I did was I chose the font Andalus. I really like that one for the numbers. It just looks so elegant, so clean. And I changed the width to 2.5 inches and let the height ratio, be locked, so it automatically changes the height for me. I did have to make it a little bit smaller though, because I wanted the height to be 2.5 inches as well, but for some reason the rectangle box was huge, so I just adjusted it to make sure that each of the numbers were 2.5 inches wide and then 2.5 inches tall. And then make sure your silhouette is on the correct settings, and then send to silhouette. And so what I'm doing here is I had to take off the measuring tape because that was just throwing off everything, but I wanted them all to be all the numbers to be along the same line, so I'm just using my ruler as a straight edge to line up all the numbers as I stick them down. And I didn't even realize this. I thought 2 and 4 were also in the frame, but they weren't. So I'm sorry, but you only get 1, 3, and 5. And then I cut out Emmy, because this is her board, and stuck it on there. And there you go. There's the finished product. A beautiful height ruler that maybe costs at most $20. So that's it for today. I hope you have a great day, and I will catch you next time. Bye.